What's good, Destined Ones? Today, I'm going to take you through each chapter so you can collect special drops, transformations, and spells so one day you can do damage like this. Let's get straight into this. Now, I'm going to go back to chapter 1 in just a second, but first, when you finally do get to chapter 3, you're going to want to come here. This is in the New West, chapter 3, the Valley of Ecstasy, down at the Longevity Road. This is going to be on the main story path. You will have to cross through this gate right here in order to get to the Thunderclap Temple that has the boss. So you're going to eventually make it here to this point. Now, the reason why you want to come here is over to the left, down this slope and up a flight of stairs. There's going to be a special enemy that has a drop. This drop is going to be the Skull of Turtle Treasure. It raises the drop chance to receive materials. Plus, you're going to need a lot of materials when you're doing crafting in this game, so it's only going to be a benefit. This is our enemy right here. We're going to go ahead and freeze him solid, load up, and take him out. Once you've knocked this guy out, he has a chance to drop this right here. The Skull of Turtle Treasure. It moderately increases the chance of obtaining materials upon killing an enemy. Now, I do not think that this raises the drop chance for gear. So it only works for materials as far as I can confirm. I cannot confirm or deny that because I don't play on PC. I play on console. So let me know down in the comment section below if you have seen something different. Now that you have that special item in hand, or now that you know that you need to get that item, let's go through each chapter and get the key items that you need to raise your DPS and make you more powerful. Each one of these items can work for any build, so you can skip through the chapter list down below if you need a specific item. In chapter 1, the best item to get is going to be the first transformation. Come over to Black Wind Mountain, go to the Forest of the Wolves, and go to Outside the Forest. Okay, now that we're in the outside of the forest, right after you leave the shrine, go ahead and head forward. You're going to see two guys in front of you. We'll go ahead and leave them there. Head up this slope. Right around the corner, there should be a treasure chest over here to the left. Right there, you can grab that. There's going to be an enemy on the opposite side of this bridge. Take out that enemy. Head across the bridge and head right over here. This is going to be a shrine area where you're going to find the first transformation in the game, Red Ties. He has a pretty amazing moveset. He's going to carry you through most of the game. But the thing about Red Ties is his ability, the Moon Roam. Each talent level moderately increases the damage of the next attack after a perfect dodge. You're going to be able to put points into this transformation if you want to increase the damage you do after a perfect dodge. It only works for your next attack, but it still increases your damage nonetheless. So it's up to you whether you want to go ahead and spend points on that. This is an amazing transformation that can carry you through encounters in the beginning of the game, and it has this passive effect on it. Let's go over to chapter 2. What's good, Destined Ones? In chapter 2, there's a couple of items you can receive that can raise your damage. This is the Valley of Despair. The Valley of Despair is going to be where you have that double boss fight with the Rat Princes. With that being said, if you follow along this path over here, you're going to go through a tunnel, you'll continue that quest line, and you will continue on until eventually you run into the Crouching Tiger Temple. You will fight the Tiger Vanguard and you will pick up this item right here, the Tiger Tally. The Tiger Tally will moderately increase your attack after a short duration if you use a light attack combo. So it's a pretty amazing item if you're constantly using the light attack combos. But once you defeat the Tiger Vanguard, he's going to drop a special mask. This one right here, Keenness of the Tiger. This mask will be able to unlock certain areas of the game. You can continue behind his temple, run past the Windrest Hamlet, and collect the Tiger Acolyte and a bunch of other amazing spirits but along the way you'll eventually bump into another Vanguard, which is going to be the Stone Vanguard. He will drop this right here, the Sternness of Stone. Once you have these two items, you will be able to unlock all the different gates in the game. So you can come back over here, walk straight up to this item, and you can place the skull. At which point you'll make your way down. Once you get here, you can run past that guy right there, make your way down this slope, and this is where Daoist is. Daoist should be standing right over here. He is an amazing spirit that you can collect to boost your DPS. He also has a passive where when he's equipped, you can considerably increase your maximum mana. So he's a win-win. He's one of my favorite spirits in the game, and when I maxed him out, I was getting amazing DPS out of him. I use him in a lot of key fights, but there's a huge con to him. He has a staff that he puts down. If you're not in the area that he buffs, then you're not going to get the benefits of his ability. So you just have to be mindful of that. Okay then, we're at the temple entrance. When you finally reach Thunderclap Temple, there's a lot of items in this area that you need. First is going to be the Beast Buddha. You can receive the Beast Buddha from this guy right here. Just like that. Pretty amazing. All right, so beat him down, go get your Beast Buddha. Next, there's going to be another enemy. These enemies right here, they don't raise your attack, but they will let you get an item called the See No Evil Mask. This. The See No Evil will more easily trigger perfect dodges, making it easier for you to do perfect dodge in the game. So you can fight him to get that item. Next, right behind him is going to be 4 enemies. These 4 guys right here are very annoying, but they drop an amazing item. If you beat them down, they're going to give you an item that raises your mana. So it's kind of worth the risk. They drop this right here, the Thunder Flame Seal. It considerably increases your maximum mana. So if you're using a special spell called the Spellbinder later on in the game, you can really benefit from this increase in mana. I'll explain that once we get there. And if you didn't know, you can actually double jump by pushing X and triangle. It's a quick way to get around, especially when you start to get to chapter 4. Another enemy that's going to give you a pretty cool item is right over here. Run down these stairs, run through this little gate here into the temple area, and there should be a very large enemy. That guy right there, he's going to drop a special arm guard, the Vajra Armguard. It moderately reduces cooldowns of all your mysticism spells. Pretty amazing. You can go ahead, fight him, and get your drop. This is also an amazing area where you can find Mind Cores. Mind Cores can be received from a lot of these enemies, like this big guy holding the stone, right down here. You can also receive Mind Cores from these guys right here. So it's a win-win situation. But I'll go ahead and slap this guy up to see if I can get his special drop. Not quite. Alright, let's move on to the next area. Alright, here at the Bitter Lake Preceptor Corridor, you can find an enemy. This enemy is going to be a spirit that can increase your attack damage if you use heavy attacks. So what you want to do is, you want to run down here inside of this tunnel. Right here you can grab this item. That's going to be an amazing formula that you're definitely going to be using. But run inside of the tunnel and turn left. And he should be standing right around here. Go ahead and beat that man up and get your spirit. The Red Haired Yaksha is an amazing spirit because he considerably increases heavy attack damage. He's what I use for my build to get out a lot of DPS when I do charge attacks. Something else that you will need in chapter 3 is going to be the Spellbinder. I have a guide right here teaching you the entire quest line so that you can run through it and grab the Spellbinder by the end. And once you get that, this is probably one of the most broken spells in the game because it turns you into an offensive monster. If you want to have extremely high DPS, that's one of the fastest and easiest ways to do it. When you come over into the skill tree, you can make it even better. You can increase the ratio of mana converted to attack, which is why that Thunderseal is going to be so important. You can actually use the Thunderseal and Daoist to raise your mana, and then raise your attack an extreme amount when you convert over to Spellbinder. Pretty insane. Alright, next is chapter 4. In chapter 4, you want to make your way all the way down here to the lower hollow. This is on the main path to get to the boss, so you can't miss it. But we're going to go back this way, and you're going to run over here. There's going to be these large cocoons here. When you burst those cocoons, you have a chance to get this right here, the Spine in the Sack. It moderately increases poison damage. I have 3 of them, and this is only in my first playthrough. Okay then, we finally made it to chapter 5, the Rakshasa Palace. So here in the Rakshasa Palace, this is on the main path to the boss. There's a couple of guys you want to mess with. First is going to be this dude right here with the spear and the shield. He has a special item he can give you, which is going to be this right here, the white seashell waist chain. It slightly increases your attack, so you may get lucky and get it to drop. Running all the way over towards the palace, over here is going to be these extremely large enemies. And those extremely large enemies, once you take them out, they're going to give you a special drop as well, which is probably the best drop in the game. And that's going to be this right here, the gold button. The gold button, when at full health, it significantly increases your attack. So as you can see, you have a lot of options. There's a lot of amazing items in this game, and you definitely don't want to miss out on it. If you like what we did in the channel, make sure you smash that like button and sub to the channel so that you don't miss out on any more tips, tricks, guides, and a hell of a lot more for Black Myth Wukong right here on the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. This is your boy MMSSHD. For now though, I'm out of here.